Well, he's the Democratic nominee in Virginia's 7th congressional district, challenging the powerful incumbent Republican Eric Cantor. Rick Waugh is our next guest in the First at 4 Meet the Candidate series. Rick, welcome to First at 4.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for
having me. Now, Rick, you're a social worker from Louisiana. This is your first attempt at running for public office.
Yes, it is.
Correct? Yes. All right, I want to show you one of your campaign signs that I've seen across the area, and you've got on the top of it, "End Corporate Welfare." What does that mean?
Well, it's a simple fact that right now we have a lot of politicians in Washington that are funded by corporations, and that's how they pander to their votes. They pander their votes towards those corporations, and I think what we need to do is we need to end the corporate influence on politicians. Is one of the reasons why we need campaign finance reform. We need to do everything we can to elect our officials to do a job that we elect them to do, not just pander to whoever funds their campaign wallet.
Playing off of that, I wonder what your take is on the federal stimulus plan then, because that was a pretty huge investment by the federal government into the coffers of many corporations. Do you think that was a good idea?
Well, I think we do need to invest in America. We need to make sure that we're doing all we can to provide incentives to create jobs here in the district, here in the United States, not shipping jobs overseas. We need to do all we can to provide banks the opportunity to give loans to folks who have ideas, to have...
And you think that's the federal government's role, to invest in that respect directly?
I think I think they should be able to provide incentives. I mean, it is not the government's role to to be given tax incentives to those who are the top 2% of the wage earners. And Cantor's going to vote for that. Cantor's also voted to bail out his wife's bank. I think it's a bank that you can't even be a member of unless you have $40-some million. So how did that help homeowners? So I think we need to utilize that money for proper investment into schools, into creating jobs, and providing clean energy for this district.
All right. Today was a big day in the health care debate. Of course, Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli's lawsuit went forward. Do you believe that it's appropriate for the federal government to say that people should be forced to buy health insurance? Do you think that's an appropriate role of the federal government?
Well, the people I talked to on the campaign trail, they keep telling me each time that they rather not have their tax money go towards folks who are uninsured and go into the emergency room.
I'm not so much interested in the lawsuit, though. Do you think that it's appropriate for the federal government to force people to buy health insurance?
Well, no. When you're having to buy auto insurance, that's if you don't buy auto insurance, you have to pay a fine or a fee for uninsured motorists. It seems to be the same thing with health insurance, and I think the whole idea is for the health care plan to work is to make sure that everybody is insured. That way, people are not having to pay higher taxes on everyone in order for folks who are uninsured to be able to be seen in the emergency room.
Very quickly, my last question for you. If you're elected, it will mean that the Democrats probably held the majority in the House of Representatives. If that's the case, will you vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House?
I've never met Nancy Pelosi, so I mean, I can't answer that question.
So you say you don't have a stance on that right now?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rick, for being here. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right. And the 2 other candidates in the 7th District will appear on First at 4 as well. Floyd Bain, the independent, will be here on October 21st, and Eric Cantor on November 1st. And you can see all of our Meet the Candidate interviews on my political blog, decisionvirginia.com.